Sometimes, in order to have a healthy relationship with food, or really just live where you can enjoy food and enjoy life, you may have to gain a little bit of weight, and that's okay. Now, here's a case study example of someone that this happened to and how her life was drastically better when she stopped obsessing over food and her body. Now, when this person first came in to see us, she was 5'5" and 135 pounds. Now, the thing about this person was obsessing over every single morsel of food she put into her mouth. So let's just look at her body, or her metabolic test, excuse me. Her metabolic test actually looked pretty good. And so sometimes this does happen. Now, this person's metabolic rate was 1800, which is great. She had a normal protein substrate, meaning body was not breaking down too much of her lean mass yet. And her carbohydrate and fat utilization was normal as well. So this is great. Sometimes this does happen. I think part of it is because this person hadn't actually been obsessing over food for too long. It had been about 4 to 5 months. Now, some people, we do see an impact in their metabolic test results in that short of a time, but this person, that just wasn't the case. Regardless, though, what's important here is that this person's obsession over food was robbing her of all of her enjoyment in life. So it was getting to the point where she was logging every single thing that she ate. And the reason that became a problem is because there was times where she wouldn't even eat an apple because she would obsess over, well, what apple is it? Is this considered small, medium, or large? And most people would consider an apple, I don't know, 100 calories or so. But there was some in MyFitnessPal that were 97. There were some at 104. There was all these little variances. And so because of those very small differences, she wouldn't even eat the apple because she would get so overwhelmed. The other thing that this person was doing is she did have a normal exercise routine where she would exercise about 30 minutes to an hour about 4 times a week, but she also would over-exercise to the point where if she ate something that she felt like she shouldn't have eaten, she would go and compensate by doing more exercise. What I mean by that is, let's say at dinner she ate a little bit more than she thought she should, she would go on an additional run even if she'd already worked out that day, or she would go up to her room and do sit-ups and push-ups, etc. Now, the other thing about this is this person couldn't eat out with her friends. She said she couldn't remember the last time she went out to eat or even got takeout because she didn't know how to log the food and she was worried about what was in it. On that same note, her family couldn't cook for her because she didn't know what was in the food, and she would be worried that maybe they cooked with too much fat, or again, she wouldn't be able to log it accurately. So this person came to see us because she was tired of this. She was tired of obsessing over food. She wasn't really restricting her calories super low, but it was a little bit too low based on her resting metabolic rate. She was eating about 1,600 calories a day, but again, obsessing. It was really the behaviors that were the issue here. Now, so this person came in because, of course, she wanted to get rid of that, and she was tired of counting and logging and missing out on the fun things in life because she couldn't stop obsessing over food. So we actually did increase her calories just a little bit because 1,600 was a little bit too low based on her resting, remember resting, metabolic rate being 1,800. So we pulled up her calories to about 2,000 just to start, okay? Just as a way to start. She probably needs a little bit more than that, but that's where we started. Now, we actually haven't redone this person's metabolic test yet, so I don't have the updated results for you, but what I do want to show you is her body composition, okay? So her body composition looks quite a bit different, right? So yes, she has gained some weight. Now, the reason that that is okay is because even in this short period of time, as you can tell based on this timestamp, it really hasn't been that long, but based on this short period of time, she has actually seen an improvement in her obsessions. She's not logging her food at all anymore, not even a little bit. She's gone out to eat with friends, she's gotten takeout a few times, she's let her parents cook for her, and she's not obsessing. She's exercising, doing stuff that she loves, and she's not going just because she felt like she ate too much. Now, of course, there's a little bit of that behavior still happening because it's only been a short period of time and she's working on it, but overall, she's so much happier. So we actually do this eating disorder questionnaire where we work, right? And so the highest is 40. That would be considered severe. This person actually scored a 38 when she first came in. Really, really high. We redid her scores and it's already all the way down to an 18. so much better. So yes, you may be looking at this body composition results and thinking, oh my gosh, I would panic if that happened. But I want to point out that what's so much more important here is that this person's not obsessing over food. She has her enjoyment back around food and fun with her friends and her family. And overall, she's so much happier, even though her weight looks a little bit different. And that's what's important here, is a good relationship with food is what's going to be so much more long lasting than obsessing over food and your weight.